Howdy folks, Scanner here. We're going to open this video by just saying it was a very cool response to the last video. First video back on the channel in like 8 months. First video in the new direction of being hobby related and miniature related. And while it was SEO'd up to the eyeballs, it was a really nice response to the video and it made me feel good. So thanks. In this video, I want to talk about something that has just gone down on Warhammer community page, where Games Workshop have basically guaranteed everybody's pre-order of the upcoming Kill Team. If you place a pre-order for Kill Team, Games Workshop are telling you they will promise that they will get that order into your hands, and they specifically cite scalpers as being one of the reasons that they are doing this. This is undoubtedly a good thing, because everybody by now is sick of scalpers. Scalpers have ruled the roost in many areas over the course of the pandemic. It has been very difficult to get your hands on things like PlayStations and Xboxes and graphics cards, to name a few. And of course, within the hobby space, it's been tough to get particular ranges of models or games or miniatures or whatever. They've just made life awkward. So Games Workshop they're rolling out a two-headed sword here. Basically, on one side, they're saying you can comfortably place your pre-order and you know you will get your game. And on the other hand, they are letting scalpers know there is 0 point in trying to, do your usual scalping thing with this particular title. They are very confident that they have enough boxes made up. They are very confident that they can get absolutely everybody their copies, and by saying this they actually make their job much easier than if they had like thousands of scalpers picking up thousands of copies, eating into the inventory that they had available to send out to customers from their own shops, from their own online store, from friendly local gaming stores, or from third-party online retailers. So hey, yeah, sounds good. But there's more reasons than just that Games Workshop are committing to this, and there's more reasons than just that Games Workshop are printing so many copies of Kill Team, and it all gets kind of fun and interesting if you want to break it down. So up first, we can look at the difficulty, especially around Cursed City, that Games Workshop had in actually meeting customer expectations, when customer expectations were as basic as, I'll be able to buy the product. Games Workshop made themselves look a little silly by basically doing the same thing of saying that, Cursed City will be around for a while, and then it just turned into a single run thing. Now, it's not entirely their fault. By all accounts, there was some pretty serious issues when it came to the supply chain there. There just wasn't much they could do about it, but it still left a very sour taste in everybody's mouth, particularly Games Workshops, when you consider that they've never really spoken about it. The only reason you don't talk about things is because you're embarrassed, and it is possible for embarrassment to happen on a corporate scale, and that is definitely what went down with Cursed City. So for Dominion, that was much easier. I live in Ireland. It's not very easy to get a lot of these products in Ireland, and I could still right now buy a copy of Dominion without any problem. That's great news. It did not happen with Indomitus. It certainly did not happen with Cursed City. I was extremely lucky. Like, I can't explain to you the margins of luck involved in me getting a copy of Cursed City. With Kill Team, it's looking like it's going to be absolutely easy peasy to get your hands on a copy, and it's going to put all this bad taste behind. That's what, Games Workshop are attempting to do here. Even stuff like the Crimson Court for Warhammer Underworlds, I have been unable to source the Crimson Court unless I go directly to Games Workshop to get it from their online store, and frankly that's not going to happen because of Brexit, but that's an entirely different video. So, we've covered the Cursed City thing, we've covered the scalpers thing. The main reason why people should be happy, and especially Kill Team heads, should be happy that Games Workshop are guaranteeing this product in the way that they are, is that it implies swift after launch support is going to be on the way. Games Workshop wants you buying in. Not just to move this one particular product. We've seen with Curse City that they can just abandon something if they need to. The reason they want you buying into Kill Team is because they plan on supporting Kill Team, and they want Kill Team to become what Kill Team always should have been when it launched. Games Workshop's initial plan for the first Kill Team was a mild mistake on their behalf. They assumed, or seemed to assume anyway, that Kill Team would act as some kind of gateway drug into Warhammer 40k, and no doubt it did for a percentage of people who played it. Even the rule set was set up that way. It was quite reminiscent of 40k, and you were supposed to be able to just go from 40 or from Kill Team into 40k and not have too much issue. This new Kill Team seems to be marrying lumps of 40k and Age of Sigmar and Warcry and everything else into a singular, unique set of rules, which is going to appeal to people in its own way. If you have been watching, videos have been hitting the internet today from places like Glass Half Full and other YouTubers like that who are talking about the rule set. They have been sent early copies of the game, and it is certainly its own thing. It's no longer trying to funnel you anywhere other than Kill Team. The reason for this is that Games Workshop never quite realized that people don't necessarily want to buy large volumes of the same army. Yes, undoubtedly a lot of people out there do. This goes without saying. Age of Sigmar, before that Warhammer Fantasy Battle, and Warhammer 40k for all these years have been very successful because lots of people do want to build big armies. There's no doubt about it. However, a substantial amount of people also want to just build small forces. They want to be able to paint up, 20 Space Marines in 4 or 5 different color schemes and have lots of different chapters and just have them all play a little different in Kill Team. They want to be able to buy some Harlequins and then some Orcs, and they want to be able to jump into Eldar for a little while and then all of a sudden be playing as the Imperial Guard. It's a huge amount of fun to do that, and it's something that I personally have a great attraction for. I love being able to create small themed armies and then just move on to the next thing. I don't particularly like being bogged down in trying to put together 2,000-3,000 points worth of stuff. Let me just build up small forces, scrap it out, change who I'm playing from day to day or week to week if I'm in the mood, and just go for it that way. And I'll spend a huge amount of money on any hobby that lets me do that with decent support, and it looks like that is what Games Workshop is trying to do. In the box set, it's incredibly interesting that we have both Commandos and the Kriegers, and they're both being set up as their own thing. This is what we expect to see from Kill Team over the coming months and years, is these individual and interesting forces being released that entice people to buy. You will almost certainly be able to slot them in to a larger scale armies in 40k, but in Kill Team they'll be very interesting and unique and give you every reason in the world to pick up their individual box set. And that is why Games Workshop wants you buying Kill Team in full confidence. The reason is you need to consider, in modern parlance, everybody who picks up a game on launch as being that game's install base. If you can catch them at launch, it is much easier to catch them down the line for what could be considered the DLC. If I can get you to part with 150 to 160 bucks right now, and spending 30 bucks down the line makes that initial investment better, that's what I want to do, and that's what Games Workshop is looking to do. They want you to buy the box set now so that when they go to sell you the smaller items later, there are far more people interested in those smaller items, and they will make a lot more money. And that's it. So yeah, it's all good news for us. In the long term, if you're interested in Kill Team, all signs are very, very positive. So that's it for this video, guys. Hopefully you found it interesting. If you did, you may consider liking and subscribing. If you're already subscribed, you're awesome. And thank you so much for watching.